I am the Inspirational Lady Noble, 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. Past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take the resonance and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just check out the description below, and I'm happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool, it's not the final rules. Good idea to have an empty cup. When you are a Lady Noble channel, you really want to see what's up. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for saying hi. What does the collective need to know for their highest good? For their highest good. Okay. The first card that we have here, collective, is the Six of Pentacles. And so you could be in the energy of making sure that you are receiving reciprocity. This could be in a relationship. This could be some kind of agreement. Maybe you have an agreement that you made with a friend, some kind of companion. This could be in a romantic situation as well. This could be in a family setting. This could be at work. There's some kind of connection or situation that you are monitoring, not like hyper focus, but you're making sure that you're getting clarity and having an understanding on how things are supposed to go, how things are supposed to be received. Confirmation with that belch there. You want to make sure that you are receiving your fair portion as you should. Okay. This could also be a job interview where you're asking questions. When do we get pay raises? Is this job unionized? How much is the pay raise? Is there room for me to grow within the company? Okay. So I'm picking up on someone who's going through an interview process for a new job. And just as well as when you go on an interview, they ask you questions. I'm picking up on someone who's feeling free to ask questions as well. And you have a right to do so. And you're being very professional and confident in the way that you go about asking these questions. So much so that you are surprising the interviewer and you're standing out in a positive way, whomever you are. You're approaching this job interview with a different dynamic, with a different approach than you usually would. A lot of confidence, not arrogance, but confidence. And therefore, you're standing out to the interviewer. And I do see you getting this job because they're going to be impressed by your confidence. They may even offer you a supervisor position or a managerial position. It may not start off as full-time right away, but Spirit is saying if you're willing and you're ready to take on that leadership position, to go ahead. This is being offered to you because they're very impressed with you. It may start off as part-time. It may start off as contingent, but source is saying, confirmation with the noise there, that it will increase. The money will increase. The benefits will increase of you taking this position. Okay, so it may start off small, but you will grow within the company. There will be progress, and so that's for someone who's going on a job interview or they've had a job interview. Okay, so yes, you will get that job. Okay. And bravo for being courageous and not being afraid to speak for yourself. You're very well versed, whoever you are. You're a good communicator. You're a good speaker, okay? The next card we have here, collective, is the Four of Pentacles. And so you are someone who knows how to delegate their affairs. As you see, this person is holding on to the pentacle. But in this reading, this is representing you know how to circulate your currency, what you have. You know how to be frugal. You know how to put first things first. You know how to prioritize when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances, no matter what you're given, no matter what's going on, okay? You could be looked at in your family or in your friend group or in some kind of group as the responsible one. People may speak of you as the responsible one. The next card we have here is the Four of Swords. You're so responsible that people see you as someone who lives a life of peace, and you may be saying, no, my life is like everyone else's. I just put first things first. And that's exactly what you should continue to be doing. But this is how people see you because you are very responsible, whoever you are, and you're confident and you're very responsible. Those are two positive traits to have. And because you are responsible with what you have, it doesn't matter what the amount of money your Spirit is saying, you know how to prioritize and make sure business is taken care of. And you have done this your entire life on a consistent basis. As I said, you could be the sibling or the family member who everyone know to be the responsible one. You could also have a lot of people who confide in you. They may treat you as if you are the matriarch, even if you aren't, okay? They have a lot of respect and honor for you, okay? The next card we have here is the beautiful Three of Wands. So this is you waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for your ships to come in because you have done the work that is required. But this energy here is an energy that you are in annually, Spirit is saying. You are constantly reaping the harvest because you are constantly putting in the work. You know, you are constantly making sure you are wise with what you have. You're not someone that's a complainer. You're very grateful and thankful for what you have, and you know how to put first things first. You're not someone likely to get their paycheck and go shopping. You're someone likely to say, what needs to be paid? Let me go to my book first, okay? And if you go, okay, nothing needs to be paid, okay, but we'll put some up and then we'll circulate a little, okay? So very responsible. Someone also whom people are likely to trust as well, okay? You come off as a magician to many people. They want to know how you do it. You could be a single parent, okay? You could be a person, whether you have children or not, a loner, and people want to know how you do it. It's your confidence and also your spiritual connection in source, in a higher power. Doesn't matter what your belief system is, all are welcome on this channel, okay? But you're someone who believes that there is a higher power working for you on your behalf. So you choose to remain grateful. And so because you are grateful, it makes you mindful, of what you do with, money whenever you come into any kind of abundance or finances. It makes you mindful. You want to make sure you receive equal reciprocity, but in return, you do the same. And what we put out returns to us. And because you are fair, then the reaction is for fairness to return to you. So much so sometimes, and there are a lot of times, like I said, this Three of Wands energy of you annually waiting for blessings and to reap your harvest. This is something that happens to you on a natural basis. People whom are close to you have witnessed you have a lot of good luck and prosperity in your life, but it's because you are constantly doing the work. So that unexpected fortune, favor, and opportunity arrives in your life. Unexpected money comes through the mail. Maybe you find money you forgot you had. You go places, you find discounts, lots of favor, lots of opportunities. You're able to connect with people, who can connect you to resources and things that you need. Not because you're looking to use anyone. This is your energy. What you put out is coming back to you. And as you see, his or her hands and arms are so full. It looks like they're getting ready to drop those pinnacles. And so you are the abundant one. And so that's why you come off as the magician. Okay. So yes, what we put out comes back to us. No one is perfect, but you are someone who is grateful. And that gratitude, being consistent with it and being genuine, not just saying that you are grateful, but it's in your walk, it's in your talk. Okay. You breathe gratitude, Spirit is saying. Okay. And that's why you're constantly moving on to bigger and better things, okay? Well, life is lifing for everyone. The world is always whirling. You have things that arrive in your life, but you're someone who delegate your affairs in a different manner. You're not someone, you're not very much a chatty patty. You know how to go within, you know how to connect with source. You're very resourceful when issues arise. And so you're able to constantly move on to calmer waters. This is the energy of constantly receiving progress, and constantly overcoming different things that are thrown in your path. Even if any negative energy is thrown towards you, collective, I'm hearing that you are likely to transmute it light away, okay? Right away. You could be a light worker, okay? There's no coincidence that I said light. You could be a light worker, okay? Or an earth angel, okay? You have a very angelic presence. At least you make people feel this way. You have an angelic presence, okay? You're very spiritually in tune and inclined, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles, you even have others who want to give to you, whether this is a friendship or a romantic situation. You have other people who find you extremely attractive, and they want to get to know you and give to you as well. They see you as someone very abundant, someone worth spending time with, okay? Someone they're like, look, show me, how did you get to the bag? Show me. But The thing is, we all have our own paths in life. We cannot duplicate and imitate each other. And I'm picking up on someone who's going to possibly actually have that conversation with someone. If someone wants to ask you, how did you get this? How did you get that? And I hear you saying, it was God. It was God. It was the Creator. It was Source. It was being grateful. And people may look at you when you respond like that, like, come on, there's more to it. We know you must be doing some kind of magic. And you're like, no, I'm just grateful and thankful for what I have, genuinely, wholeheartedly. And Source knows when you are being real or when you are being fake. You can't lie to no one but yourself. Okay? Energy is real. And if you're not being genuine and you're being fake or you're being toxic or you're projecting negative energy, then that's what will return to you. And you are the reciprocal collective of all those things. You're very grateful. You're very thankful. You're very peaceful as well. If you come across someone who you don't get along with or you don't match their vibration, you're someone who's likely to simply move on, not try to project negative energy towards anyone. I don't see you joining any gossip. You're very peaceful to yourself. You are someone who knows how to ride these cosmic waves. Point blank, period. And that's why we're closing out with the beautiful Ace of Wands. Spirit is saying, bravo, keep going. You're on the right path. You have the right mindset. And do not let the ways of the world change your heart. But Spirit just says, you already know that. This concludes the read. Later.